Give another round of applause for Zeal, everybody. All right. I guarantee you, no matter how ready you think you are for this next guy coming to the stage, you are not. Everyone, please give a warm round of applause for David, everybody.
Hi. Okay. Okay, so hi. I recognize some of you. It's good to be back on stage. You know, I'm glad to be back up here. But you know, I'm actually gonna be doing something a little bit different. You know, if you've recognized me, if you've seen me before, I'm actually doing something a little different. You know, because this time I'm gonna tell jokes that make sense. You know, just kidding. Okay, if you don't know me, I am David William Richard Sposito. You know, DWRS, my initials. You know, so I have two middle names. You know, which actually means I have no middle name. Yeah, you know, or alternatively, I have the arithmetic mean of William and Richard. So and it's always weird when I get up on stage and people laugh. You know, in my head, you know, whatever happens when I do stand up is you know, the audience always purrs. You know, or sometimes they growl slightly to signal discontent. Okay. Okay, why do people climb fences, you know? There are holes in them, you know? There's not a solid surface. Okay, you know, if I were the only person, you know, if it were not for other people, you know, I would be the best, you know, at a wide variety of tasks. Instead, I am not. Okay, you know, I don't understand the game of football. You know, people are like, oh yeah, you know, the point of football is to win, you know, score, and so on. But you know, if the football players really wanted to score more points, they would not listen when the refs tell them to stop. You know, if I were an animal, I would be a bug. Statistically. You know, green energy is actually invisible. You know, I don't watch TV. You know, I just watch the things that are on the TV. You know, if the TV is not on, it is afforded never a passing glance. Okay, if I'm really glad that water is translucent, you know, that it's clear, you know, because if it were like viscous and like dark yellow, that would gross me out. Okay, you know, camping would be a lot safer, you know, if sleeping bags were less hungry. You know, because they you know, they would eat, you know. Sounds like the mouth of a sleeping bag. Okay, noted. Okay, you know, if I were Freud, I would not have said, you got it, man. If I were Freud, I would not have said all that icky stuff about, you know, fucking my mom. You know? Instead, I really want to focus on changing the spelling of my name to match its English pronunciation, so it did not look like Frood. Okay, you know, I almost did not perform tonight. I almost did not come out because I asked Tyler. I was like, you know, if instead of telling jokes, can I sing? And he said no. Actually, at first he said yes, and then he found out that the songs were not jokes, and then he said no. The actual reason I you know, have not been or almost did not perform is because I was really busy with all the EECS project, you know, the EECS 280 project. You know, which it actually turns out it's okay. I spent a lot of time on it, but it actually turns out it's okay because I'm actually enrolled in the class. I'm enrolled in Schmeeks 280, which is different, because there's an SH, you know, and an M, you know, and it doesn't exist. Okay, you know, if Jesus you know, were actually the Son of God, why would he have been born in a manger? You know. Like, that doesn't really seem like a very like divine place to be born, you know? Like, why isn't he born in like the center of the sun, you know? Or like a church, you know? during a stand-up show. Okay, you know, I'm a vegetarian, you know, and so I like meat, you know, so I like all the Impossible, you know, Beyond the fake meat products, okay? And I'm actually such a big fan of them, you know, I really wish they would branch out, you know, and into other Impossible products, like vegetables. Okay, you know those people, you know, like who spray paint themselves like gray and gold and shit, and you know, and then they hang out in like popular tourist locations, you know, and they pop out and scare you because you thought they were a statue, you know, and then you give them money, you know. If I were one of those people, you know, I would not ever reveal that I was a statue, you know. I would just enjoy the subtle satisfaction of knowing something that they did not. Okay, that's everything. Bye.